Hi, everybody. Welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys. I did want to say it is Friday and we are getting ready for our blow, not booze challenge. That's coming out January 15th. That's when we're going to start it. So I give people enough time to get blow. But I also wanted to kind of clarify this. I am replacing alcohol with CBD, but I'm not sitting here telling you that I'm not claiming that blow is Ozempic. It's something that where you're going to sleep better, you're going to have less anxiety, you're going to stress less, at least I do. It has saved Jason's life in moments where sometimes I'm like, no, I'm going to be like the Little Mermaid in the first version, not that little cotton candy BS Disney version where she ends up marrying Eric, but the first one where she drowns Eric's ass because Eric didn't know how to keep his mouth shut. But I'm kidding. Anyways, welcome back. Happy Friday. And this is the first live of the year. So happy New Year. Happy 2025. We are back with our girls, Imani and Ashley from Taste of Reality. Smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and completely wipe everything about drowning Eric because I'm not doing that. Let's go. Hi.
Hi.
Maybe the Eric thing was a little aggressive.
Well, I didn't know that happened. So I'm shocked.
No, yeah, all of the Disney. Yeah. All of the Disney, like those, like Cinderella and all of them, like Little Mermaid, they were all really, really dark stories, and they turned them into like these cotton candy fun ones for Disney.
Okay, was it the Grimm brothers? Brothers Grimm?
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Ashley
She's
said you're
correct.
Right.
And I would have to say, ever since Wicked came out, and I'm now in my Wicked era, I have read the Wizard of Oz, like the 1900 version, and I'm reading Wicked now, and I cannot believe how dark it is. Like the fact that they came up with this cute little musical when this is the story, shaken.
Speaking of Wicked, I'm remiss to say I've yet to watch it since it's been available for streaming, and I'm embarrassed about that.
No, can I say really quick, the other night I wanted to watch it because Jason and I had nothing to watch, especially since we're on our Bravo dry spell, and it's rentable. Mm-hmm. And now I said, I'm going to rent Wicked. And he's like, not on my TV. You're not.
Oh.
And I was like, just go downstairs. There's other rooms, other TVs. And he's like, no, you go downstairs. And I was not leaving my comfy spot. But then I knew if I would have put him through 2 hours of Wicked, we were not going to have a good night. Like, this is one of those pick and choose your battles.
Sure.
Live check. Thank you, Lauren Lee. The Little Mermaid is Hans Christian Andersen. Thank you. Thank you.
That name resonates. I agree.
I love a live fact check. Thank you.
By the way, everybody in the live chat, let us know where you're watching from. Again, to you guys know that this weekend I'm moving. Again, it's like this is my 6th move, you guys, since I started my YouTube channel 4 years ago. So you guys have seen all of them because my studios keep changing. Last night I went to go see my friend Lori and we called Ashley, and I think I squalled my eyes out for like 30 minutes with Lori because I was like, I'm gonna miss you. But Ashley knows she's like just a super special person, especially in my life, and I am gonna miss Lori. But I'm headed back to Hilton Head, so you guys are gonna see a change. That's gonna start on Monday. I'm not gonna cry. I just like get it together. But speaking of which, I thought I was gonna cry yesterday because I thought I was gonna catch myself in a massive legal battle.
Okay, so Imani is a giggler. So
I didn't know.
Okay, Adam, that's you. I didn't like investigate it, but I saw it like circulating on the blogs, and I was like, I wonder who she was talking about. That's funny.
Did you just learn that right now?
I didn't realize he was the source.
Yes, I didn't know you were the person she was seeing in court.
Oh my God, hold on. Let me see if I can't real quick just bring it. No.
So is this common knowledge in the giggler world, Imani, that see you in court just as like a catchphrase and that she's not being litigious?
No, I don't think she's being litigious, but like that's so funny because like I saw that circulating. I just never knew like who she was talking to because I didn't like fact check it. That's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's me. Oops.
There he is.
Sorry, Imani. Sorry, I mean Paige.
No,
sorry, Paige. No, when I saw See You in Court, I was like, Jesus Christ, like what else can go on this year? It's like, I already went to the Kathy thing and
Oh
I
my
thought I was going to see
God.
Teddy. I didn't have to deal with Teddy. That was good. It was like, thank you, Teddy. And Teddy
Yeah,
was dealing with her own stuff because Teddy's out here cheating and whatnot. So
correct.
leave Teddy alone. And then I got to have a great conversation with Whitney, which I was like, okay. And then I saw this from Paige and I'm like, I am not starting off my new year like this. I am not.
I think she was joking.
But she was.
Yeah.
The gigglers called me out on TikTok. They were like, somebody said fair. There's the Bravo fan page or Page fans, and then there's the gigglers who are Page fans, and they're totally different relationships. And they're like, if you don't get the reference, it's not for you. And I was like, ooh, the shade for not being a
I mean,
giggler
honestly,
is wild.
You know what? It's okay. I don't get the reference, and that's okay. And now I do. You don't know something that you don't know until you learn it.
Correct.
Especially if you're not like, I'll be honest with you guys. It's very far and few between that I sit here and I listen to podcasts and I never watch other people's YouTubes and stuff because it's not like a pride thing. It's more like I sit here in front of this for like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. And like when I get off, I want to spend time with like my family and get stuff done around my house. And like we have, other work that needs to be done. And so I don't know all of that. It's like kind of like if you asked me anything about Summer House, somebody the other day was like, well, the Work is Sisters. And I was like, Work is Sisters. And then I forgot that it was Summer House. So the point is like, no, we're not always in the know about everything. Obviously, Ashley and I, JJ and Zach's mama, they're coming for Adam. It's a bad giggler takedown, they said. That's fine.
Yeah, the gigglers they ride at Dawn, LOL. They ride for Hannah and Paige. They do. Vicky,
and I'm not anti-giggler at all, for the record. I just thought it was wild that they would assume that just randoms would know that reference.
No, I know. It's ridiculous. But Vicky asked if we think the New York Times did Blake Lively dirty. And honestly, that story with Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively is so confusing. I don't think either party is like their hands are clean in this situation.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. Actually, I was talking to Zach Peter about this yesterday because he said he's been covering it.
He's very opinionated about this.
Yeah. Wait.
I don't know enough to comment. I really haven't been listening. I've just been watching reruns of Gossip Girl because I love Gossip Girl in the winter.
I think Blake Lively has a lot of mean girl energy in her. I truly think that. And Ashley, I don't mean this snarkily. I like Taylor Swift.
Ah, I knew it.
Okay, I like Taylor Swift fine. I went to the Eras tour. Like I would take a photo with her if I saw her in person. However, I honestly think, and you guys Swifties do not come for me. I believe everything people say about Blake Lively just by association with being friends with Taylor Swift and all the people she keeps around her. I 100% believe it.
Well, can I circle this back to Giggly Squad now? Because I think we're at a great position because what's her name? Hannah Berner was on that comedy special, that wrap up of 24, and she made the Blake Lively joke that would have landed if all of this stuff didn't happen.
Agreed.
The censored joke that I was
also a part of the Giggly Squad.
What's that?
I said she's also a part of the Giggly Squad.
Who's that?
Hannah Berner.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. So, exactly. I'm taking this back to Giggly. So, I thought Hannah's joke was really funny. She said the word "see you next Tuesday" was like a very trendy word this year. And she said, well, I didn't think Blake Lively was that bad. And she recorded it way before this lawsuit came out. So honestly, I think Netflix did Hannah dirty. They could have easily cut that out. They could have just cut it out and whole
But it's like genius marketing. Why would you cut it out? Like, it's a trending topic. It's like even this, like yesterday, Jason asked me when we didn't know what the Giggly Squad stuff was. Jason said, well, are you going to delete that? And I was like, no, why am I going to delete it? Like, I didn't say anything, but I'm not accusing her of cheating. Somebody else accused her of cheating. I repeated it. And like I said in the TikTok, it's like the OC. Starting a rumor is just as bad as repeating a rumor. So yes, I repeated something. I think it's true anyways, but that's
But
just
also
my
it's the
feeling.
name of the game, Adam. Like like come on. Like I just really am taking issue with some of these Bravo labs like coming for the freaking Bravo bloggers. I'm like, you guys, you put this content out there. You're on a television show that is currently airing. It's unconceivable for you to think that a Bravo blogger account is not going to pick it up and say something about it. That's just what it is. It's the name of the game. I'm not even on a reality TV show, and I can tell you this is the game.
You know, can I say just to Imani's point on this really quick? Something that's really been peeving me a little bit is like, I don't know what happened and why things are changing so much over like the last few years, but we have some really big freaking egos. And like you have Jennifer Aiden, which we'll talk about, but the Jersey Mike's thing, like, I'm a celebrity.
Oh my gosh.
I'm clock like, it, Adam, clock it.
I was embarrassed as a Bravo fan.
Oh, I was so embarrassed. I was embarrassed for her. I wasn't embarrassed for and to treat somebody like that, like you're just despicable. Like the elderly woman, oh my God, it's awful. Like you think that woman at 80 years old, what you called it, and then showed her in the video, you think she wants to sit there and be doing that and dealing with you at this point in her life, and then you're still going to treat her like that? I just think it's gross.
The conversation should not be shaming that woman rather than the fact that we live in a world that treats senior citizens in a way to where they have to work like that until they have no quality of life left. Like, where is that conversation?
Well, and thank you, Val, but also Ashley loves senior citizens. She always says if she wasn't married, she'll date your grandpa or she'll date your son. She is not biased.
I'm holding space for all of your relatives, yo.
Actually, everyone is dying for your hat in the comments. Where did you get it?
I think I got it like 20 years ago on Canal Street.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
It's Kathy Hilton, and I'm having just a bad hair day. So thank you guys. I feel very Blossom that I don't think you guys will get that reference, but my friends in the comments will know.
It's the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, cute. I love PPF.
Wait, what's Blossom?
Oh, PPG. Duh.
Wait, are you referencing Blossom of Powerpuff Girls? Or are you referencing...
Oh, no. Oh, my God. So cute, though. I do love the Powerpuff Girls. They're adorbs. But Blossom was a TV show in the 90s. It was a sitcom. And Blossom always had great hats.
Okay.
I was gonna add on to that list of tyrants, though, from Bravo. And I was going to say Karen Huger, too, kind of. I think that if you mess up, eventually you got to take some accountability. You cannot be perfect and untouchable all the time. And then the way that her and her attorneys dealt with the DUI, the whole point is that some of these egos and the way that people are treating people, it's getting like a little insane at this point. But
insane in the membrane.
We're going to talk about it.
We got to get back to Jen Aiden. I have so many thoughts. Are we good on Giggly Squad? Are we good on Blake Lively?
Guys, I'm not, I don't really want to talk anymore about the whole Paige DeSorbo thing because I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I don't think it's a thing.
Yeah, no, it's a nothing burger.
It's a nothing burger.
Yeah,
it is a nothing burger.
We love to profit off of bloggers when we're making money off of it, and it's all good press. Oh, I'm sorry. Real quick, did either of you guys watch Southern Charm last night?
Yeah, I watched it with Lori.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm catching up. So after this live ends, I'm gonna watch the most recent episode.
We froze our
sperm. Interesting how they're portraying Paige and Craig's relationship. What we're seeing on camera with this breakup being announced is all very convenient.
Well, I have a question for you guys. Do you think Bravo is going to go back and re-edit? Because I remember when Scandival happened, they went back, or maybe they didn't.
No, they did.
They went back and re-edited things to make it seem worse. You know, like they added to the narrative after the fact. So
I don't think, to kind of piggyback, not to cut you off, but to piggyback off of what you're saying, I think it's because sometimes they don't catch it through that lens because they're not looking at it from that perspective because they're not future tellers.
Right.
But then when it happens, they're like, oh my God, how did we not know this? There were these clues that we saw on camera. Let's insert that in here. And I think that's what they like, because you're right with Vanderpump Rules. They went back and they gave us some really shady moments with Tom and Rachel, and like the eyes and the
slap in the butt.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Never forget that butt slap.
Yeah, I remember that coming out afterward. Production and like editors were like, yeah, we weren't noticing it in the moment, but like with hindsight, we went back in and like added stuff to it and like to paint the picture better and to like go, you know, where the ratings are. So I'm curious if Southern Charm's going to do that, if they're going to retroactively go back in and like add like tumultuous scenes. Summer House, I wonder if they're going to do that. We kind of got that a little bit from the trailer with her saying, you know, she's not going to like dull her shine for Craig essentially. So I'm just really curious to see how Southern Charm and Summer House is going to re-edit now.
I think since Craig and Paige are Bravo's Taylor and Travis, essentially the Victoria Beckham and David, essentially of the Bravo world, we are going to be getting a lot of narrative fed to us. They're going to use this in every way. This is a huge money-making couple. Look at these two humans.
Well, they were able to use both the relationships on 2 shows, you know? So like if Gigglers are a huge, you know, not to bring it back, but like they ride for Hannah and Paige. So like if I'm a huge Giggler, I'm watching Southern Charm and vice versa. If, you know, if I love Craig, I'm like, oh my God, I love Craig and Paige. I'm going to watch Summer House. So it's a very huge marketing relationship. So I'm just super curious how they're going to leverage this.
Beautiful human beings.
Yeah.
You know what? I never was a Craig stan, let's be clear. He's not whatever. I preferred Paige to them. She's going to be just fine. Paige will be just fine.
Craig is honestly watching him. Craig reminds me of this friend that I had in school when I was young. His name was Trevor, and he was an only child, and he was such a spoiled brat where like if things did not go his way, like he didn't know how to talk to his mom. He used to hit his mom.
Oh my God.
He used to like talk to her crazy. They were really, really wealthy, and they lived in like the rich neighborhood next to us, and we lived in the apartments, but we went to school together. Long story short, anyways, he was just like this little tyrant, this little jerk. And when he didn't get his way, he would throw little temper tantrums, and he did not know how to talk to people. And it was like, you know, but he would always be like, look what I have and you don't. Like my family is rich. You live in an apartment. And so it's like, look at my businesses. I'm a businessman. I have business. And he, you know, it's different. It's like, I feel like he has like this, like, it's just not somebody, I don't think that I would want to be friends with him. And, you know, Lori said something to Ashley and I last night that I don't think that we knew. That scene from the Christmas party with Craig and Paige, where they didn't give, do you remember on Southern Charm where they didn't have seats for Leva and Naomi?
I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Craig had a Christmas party and they had 2 long tables, and Leva and Naomi were the only 2 who were on the outs, along with all of the people who weren't filming.
Oh, is that when he was like shouting as she was leaving?
Yeah, and he's like, get out of here, get out of here. Well, I didn't realize that he was pissed because he was gunning for his own show and Leva was gunning for her own show, and they gave her Southern hospitality and he didn't get a show.
Ooh. Well, I feel that Paige and Craig could have carried a show easily.
I agree with that. I agree.
But the whole point that the only point I'm trying to make here is like, that's just a good example of somebody who like is not getting their way and they're throwing a temper tantrum. And I just don't like people like that. I don't like get on with people like that.
And there goes back to Jennifer Aiden.
Jennifer Aiden, yeah. Well, even just watching Southern Charm right now, I'm not like loving Craig outside of Paige. You know what I mean? Like he's a liar. Like he's even said like, I'm the best liar. He just seems, Adam, to your point, the guy that's like an only child, that's super wealthy, that just has never been told no. And that's so unattractive to me. It's
just a bratty mentality. You know, I yesterday got really, really mad at somebody who's on Bravo because they're running with an inside joke on one of their podcasts. And the inside joke is a personal conversation that we had when we were not agreeing on something. And so now they're running with this in their podcast, like pretending like I don't know that you know what I mean? And it's like, I remember saying to my friend Lori yesterday, I was like, I'm so happy that this person, like, good for you. Like, I'm happy that you got fired because like you deserve it if this is how you treat people. And then Lori reminded me she was like, well, karma's, and like, oh no, let me walk that statement back really quick, because I truly believe whatever you put out there is what you get back, and you don't want to wish negative for people. Just wish them well. Like, be well. Okay, cool. Just be well away from me. You don't wish people bad. But I'm like, fuck, I got to be careful with that, because karma is a mother.
100%.
And just like for this one right here.
100%.
Real quick before we move on, I think this is just a real quick thing to note in the comments. Where did Care Bear say this? And yes, I agree. Craig has grown so much, but it was Roxy Bella said, my friend in Charleston told me Craig flipped out at the Orange Theory because all the spots were taken. He held the entire class up. Allegedly.
God.
Speaking of entitled Bravo celebrities.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I had to text Jason just now because he packed my fan remote, and this thing is like going at 500 miles an hour. And I feel like somebody is like, I feel like I have a penguin like peeing on me. It's so cold.
Oh,
I've never...
Very specific.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before.
I don't even think that's a thing. Okay, guys, back to it. Smash the like button. We have over 600 people in the room, and we are here with our girls from tasteofreality.com. So make sure you check them out, and also all of their awesome live discussions. I'm sure just like this, we're having a live discussion about Jennifer Aydin. You guys get to go watch the shows with them and have live discussions on their page. And yeah, the taste buds pop off. I've seen some of your live discussions, and these people they're a little
spirited.
Snarky,
thank you, Imani.
Colorful. Yeah,
colorful.
We love the taste buds.
They're fun.
Passionate.
Yes.
Expressive.
Passionate about the topics. Honestly, I'm going to start using that for my comments when they're like, Adam Goff, you loser. I'm like, oh my God, you're spirited, Cheryl, today.
You're so spirited.
But they're kind
Cheryl,
to each other. And they roast the Bravo celebrities, and we love them for that. The culture is so cool in there. But yeah, if you're a reality TV person, don't. You don't need to. It's fine. You don't need to see it.
The culture is as cool as a penguin peeing. Thanks.
Correct.
Okay. By the way, guys, I don't know if you know this, but if you haven't been to SeaWorld, it's a fun fact. You can go pet the penguin, which is really effed up. And I get it. Lala Kent like fights for the orcas and stuff. And I'm not saying put anything in a tank. But when a penguin goes to the bathroom and it does number 2, it shoots it 10 feet behind it, which never walk behind a penguin.
That's my gosh. I will never.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
It's just a fun fact. But another fun fact is it's something that we've already known. Jennifer Aydin has the ability to make herself look like a little jerk.
Hideous.
And this is the example right here.
Hideous.
Okay, so we're like so mad right now. We were online for Jersey Mike's for like what felt like forever. Yes. And then finally, when it came time to taking our order, they took our order. And then they took the lady's order that was after me, but they fulfilled her order first somehow, made us wait. Okay, whatever. And the 80-year-old that was working there, I mean, the amount of time she took to cut that bread was almost as much as we were waiting on that line. Gee.
What a little jerk.
Oh my God, everything was slow. So we're not complaining. We get it. It's early in the morning. You're in a bad mood. It's New Year's. You're working. I'd be pissed too.
No, and I'm talking, and Jen's like, I don't think she can hear you, babe.
Yeah, no, she couldn't hear.
And she's like, no, I heard you. And
right.
Just like,
and then whatever, she fulfilled the woman after us first. And then when we were like, where's our order? She's like, you have to wait your turn. I was like, but we were in front of her. And then she was like, oh, okay, whatever. So as she's making my sandwich, I add a tuna sandwich for Jacob. And she's like, you're going to sandwich. I add a tuna sandwich for Jacob. And she's like, you're going to have to wait online again. And I was like, are you kidding me? And then I asked the guy behind me, do you care if I just add a turkey sandwich for my son? He's like, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous.
And the whole time I'm thinking, he's thinking it's ridiculous that they're asking her to add another sandwich to the order, which shouldn't have been a big deal to begin with.
Yeah, no, he was being a hater. He thought it was ridiculous that I was adding another sandwich because he knew it was going to take another 10 hours to fulfill and he was going to have to wait longer. And he was a freaking jerk. So I started recording them. I started recording the girls, what they were doing. And they turned around and he's like, you put that, I'm going to sue you with you and your fake diamonds. Fake diamonds, bitch. But you don't know? You better ask somebody. Please, that loser. Find me, asshole.
What is she gonna beat him up?
Thank you so much, sir. This guy was being super nice. Thank you so much.
Oh no, he said I couldn't get my sandwich, babe. He said it was ridiculous for me to get the sandwich for my son. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You
Oh,
know?
I thought he meant it was ridiculous for them to
By the
ask
way,
you.
No,
to
he was
clarify.
reading.
I'm a law professor. You put
Yeah.
any of that online, I'm going to sue your
That's
every
okay.
piece of fake jewelry you
That's
have on.
okay.
Take it easy, like, say law professor or not.
Law professor.
I mean, let me say
You're
that is
just
kind of
another citizen, okay?
the fake jewelry comment was a little jerk. But.
Yeah.
Okay, my husband's a medical doctor, okay?
You're not. Your
Asshole.
husband is.
And all my
Dummy.
shit is real. I am a fucking celebrity, you asshole.
Let's go.
Thank you, sweetheart.
What an idiot!
Asshole.
Okay, so it continues on because now the girl who was one of the employees, she actually did her own video. In case you guys missed it in the live chat, smash the like button. Here is a little PSA from our Jersey Mike's employee. And yeah, I can't wait to hear it.
I really hope this stupid bitch has TikTok. I really hope I come up on your For You page. I hope you recognize me. It's not even 12 fucking hours into the new year, okay? It was approximately like 7 in the fucking morning. This lady's putting in her orders. This bitch doesn't know what she wants. She's over here ordering like 4 different sandwiches, changing the bread last minute, and we're doing it for her, right? But then it gets to a point where she does it so much that we're like, all right, man, if you want to like order another sandwich, you're gonna have to get back in line because you're backing up the entire line. She has people coming up to her, telling her what they want to order, and then she like, oh, can I also get this? Like, girl, that's not how that works, okay? That's like waiting in the bank and then somebody cuts you because their friend is there. So we tell her no, and she starts tweaking. She's like, I'm a celebrity. I'm gonna sue you guys. And she starts recording all of us, and she posts it. Oh, it's fun. Learn how to order.
Okay.
Well,
So, everyone who's worked in a restaurant, that screws you up so badly. Learn to order and be a good human being, at least decent.
I
Also-
have been around her and her family, and I totally believe that she probably was holding up the line exponentially, and like all of her children probably kept coming up saying, oh wait, no, I want this. Oh wait, I want that. I want this. I want that. And that's hard. Also, you're in an airport, it looks like. Like, come on, you're not getting top-notch service at the airport anyways. And who's getting a tuna sandwich at 7 a.m.?
All of those are very valid points.
That's wrong.
Jason passed my fan remote, like I said, and I have my Snuggie on, so I'm sorry. But those are all valid points. Nobody wants your tuna fucking fish sandwich at 7 o'clock in the
And
morning.
if you eat that on the plane, I'm suing you. And I have no law. Agree.
Thank
say
you.
my
That's a hate
pet
crime.
peeve. My pet peeve. I don't care if it's a bag of Doritos. If you open them next to me sitting on a plane, I'm like,
No, seriously.
what the fuck are you doing? Like, have you ever noticed when they give you things on planes, they are not fragrant, like biscotti or Biscoff cookies, and like maybe they'll give you every once in a while like these little like crackers, or they'll give you a cheese thing with like some fruit on it. It's not fragrant. So don't bring your nasty little chili dog on here with your potato fries and start eating it in my face, stinking up the freaking plane.
No, just go to sleep. Go to sleep, as Bethany would say.
Yeah, just
Go
go
to
to sleep.
Go to sleep on the airplane. Wake up for your Biscoff cookie and go back to sleep. Do not eat
Just
it.
a clip, please, and just keep your mouth closed. I don't need you chewing in my ear, please.
You
100%.
should have seen Lori on the Lori. Like, okay, so again, I keep bringing it back to Lori. Best traveler ever, because she's sitting next to me and she's like, I'm like falling asleep, and she's like, do you need some water? Do you need this? Do you need headphones? Do you need a blanket? Do you need a pillow? And then she passes out for 5 hours. And I'm like, you are the perfect travel buddy. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. That's it. That's all I want.
100% go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, going back to Jennifer Aiden, listen, I understand that we have bad moments. Like, I went to a Subway one time, and actually this happened, you guys, 3 years ago. Swear to God, true story. I walked in, and usually when people say that, they're lying, and I'm not lying. Walked into Subway. The girl was having a really bad day, messed up my sandwich. It was totally fine. And I walked out and I got hit by a car. like walking across the street. I got nailed by a car. And then as I got up, I laid on the ground and I was like, ah, and I was like, no, I'm moving. I don't have time for a lawsuit. So, and I just got up and I picked up my shit and I walked. And she's like, you really need to be careful where you're walking to. And I remember thinking in my head that day when I got home, I'm like, God, there are so many people whose faces I just wanted to rip off this morning because, like, why is everybody an asshole? And sometimes they are because people have bad days. But also, I think it says more about the person who is receiving that kind of treatment and how you react to it.
Agreed. And I've worked retail. Certainly, I've never worked service because I know myself. And it's hard. It is so hard waiting on people and serving them and having to always smile. And the customer is always right, especially customers like Jennifer Aiden who have this entitled chip on their shoulder, and especially one that has like a social media following. Oh my God. I feel bad for any service worker that comes into the Aiden's path, truly.
Ooh.
Also,
I felt-
no. Oh, go ahead.
I don't remember who said it, but we need to find the senior citizen who was working at what was it, Jimmy John's?
Jersey Mike's. But
Jersey Mike's, and get them a GoFundMe, because the story here is let's have some justice for this woman who deserves some integrity and respect. And let Jennifer Aiden say that to me and my mother. I will literally light you on fire with my words.
with her words.
With my words.
I'm
No,
glad that she
this
let
is
you
for
on
her.
fire with her words, because if somebody talked to my mom like that, and my mom is a waitress, if you talk to my mom like that and I caught it and I was there, like where my mom works, it's she just started here because she just moved, you guys, and my mom's going through a divorce and she got a new job. She's been a career server her whole life. Her and her husband had a trucking company, but now obviously she's here and she went back to, you know, she loves it. She loves the social of it. She loves waiting on tables and meeting people. She loves the job, but sometimes patrons could be assholes. If I ever saw it, oh my God, I am not Ashley and Imani. I'm not Michelle Obama. If you go low, I'm going low with you, like Candy Burr said, and I am dragging your ass out of that chair, and I will make sure that my husband has bail money for me. And that's it.
Correct. I'm the same way. Like, don't come for me, don't come for mine, or else I'm coming for you. As Madison said on Southern Charm, don't knock at my door. 100%.
I remember when my dad first got with my stepmom, and she was definitely different, because she has two daughters and a son. They're still my step family. They lasted a long time so far, but so she used to tell her daughters, because we went to a school called Wellington High School. There were these girls who were picking on her, and my stepmom told her daughter Ashley, she said, what you're going to do is you go up to the biggest one in that group and you grab her by the head and you wrap your hand up in her hair and you pull her head back and you start swinging. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so aggressive. Like, this is so savage. And like, I didn't grow up like that, you know, like I grew up like, okay, we're going to use our words and we're going to talk about this. And my stepmom was like, hey, you beat that bitch's ass. Cause if you come home with an ass beating, you're going to second one. And I'm like, oh my God, this is great. Like, I don't think this is how this is supposed to go.
You have to defend yourself. But my thing too is like, if you have to constantly tell people that like you're somebody, like that's the opposite. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard people saying that like in general in Hollywood, like the nicest A-list, like the A-list celebrities usually are the nicest. And like the C-D list celebrities are the ones that are like, do you know who I am? Like, I deserve this, I deserve that. And it's really interesting to me.
You know, I can sit there and go through like even Bravo celebrities, which is really, really funny. Like, if you go through and go with like the most famous Bravo people, like, well, except Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes is not very nice. But like Ariana Madix is the biggest sweetheart ever. Lisa Vanderpump, if you actually met her and talked to her, like, and you got her and it wasn't like a fan, like pandemonium, kind of like her being rushed, you would love her. But then even watching like, you know, Vanderpump Rules and growing up with them a little bit, some of them are just like not many of them, but a few of them are just like the biggest little jerks. Like when people walk up and they're like, hi, I love you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I get it. Thank you. Go away. And it's like, I just don't know. This goes back to my previous rant earlier. I don't know when we got to this space where you just get to start treating people like shit.
COVID.
Like, yeah, well, it's got to change. Let's change this.
I feel like I was thinking about this / talking to somebody about this recently. I feel like ever since COVID happened, like 5 years ago, there's just been this huge shift amongst people. Like people have forgotten how to talk to one another. They've forgotten how to treat people with kindness and respect. And you think just because you can go online and like leave a comment, like you're allowed to do that. That's absolutely not a thing. Like we need to start matching energies 2025. Like just because I have more followers than you on social media, for example, does not mean that you get to say the most hellacious things to me. But as soon as I meet your energy, because I have more followers than you, cancel, you're disgusting, you're rude. No, it's called meeting people where they're at and matching energies 2025.
It's honestly the one thing that I actually like. I used to not agree with Candace Diller Bassett on this, and I had to kind of like adapt to it. We had a Twitter feud, and then I had to apologize to her at BravoCon, and then I loved her. But I used to always think like, God, you're savage and like you're mean and like your words cut, like you're nasty. And when we talked, she was like, here's the thing. I'm not going to start it. But if you're going to come at me, you don't get to tell me at what level I come back to you. You don't set the tone because you talk to me crazy, but you talk to me crazy at like a 2 out of 10. If I come at you at a 10, that's like, you open that door. I didn't start this. And I'm like, oh no, that actually makes sense. Like, if you're going to pick a fight with me or be nasty to me, you don't get to dictate to me also what my reaction is going to be.
I agree. And that's why I always was kind of like, I agree. Candace does team too much sometimes. Totally. I receive that. But I'm the same exact way. Like people often notice how the bear reacts, but they don't say shit when the bear is getting poked. And I relate to that with Candace because I also feel this way about Teresa Giudice. I feel like people go out of their way to press specific buttons because you know how they're going to react. And when they react that way, then it fits your narrative that they're horrible people. So like, that's why I always kind of peeped Melissa and Teresa. And I'm like, nah, Melissa, you are weaponizing the fact that Teresa cannot articulate yourself. And you know exactly what you're doing to piss her off. You know what her hot buttons are, but you're doing it anyway. And you know she's going to pop off and it's going to go to the narrative that Teresa's the worst sister-in-law. I see it, I peep game, and I get it. And they also did that with Candace. You knew exactly what would piss her off and get her popping off, and you say it, and she's gonna fly off the handle. Then it fits the narrative that she's a bitch. I get it. I get it wholeheartedly.
It's also too when I talked to the VPR producers, they even said they storyboard the season before they start. So they come and they start shooting like 2 weeks before they actually start shooting, because once they put that team together, they storyboard. They know who the villain is. They know because they've already done the interviews. They're like, Sheena, where are you at in your life right now? Are you friends with, well, me and Lala are fighting right now, but I'm friends with everybody else. But Lala's such a bitch because she just did this to me. And they're like, okay, so we have one fight right now. And honestly, after listening to both of them, Lala is going to be the villain in the story. You know, like they kind of pick and choose how that's going to go. And then that plays into editing, going back to originally what you were saying about the Paige and Craig stuff. Like, do they go back and re-edit? Yeah, because if the storyboard just changed, they'll change with it. You know?
Exactly.
I love it. Like, I hate this era of Bravo for so many reasons, but I also feel so well fed right now. Like, Bravo is giving us so much. And the fact that we just got Southern Charm and Southern Hospitality back yesterday, we're going back into Bravo land with all of our housewives. Like, I am dying here.
Oh God, Ashley just got wind of the live chat.
No, I just said earn energy saver turned on. I think I need to plug in my computer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Did something happen?
Imani, I wanted to ask you if you saw this.
Oh God. I hadn't.
Wait, you haven't?
I hadn't seen this.
So I think Shannon has a new boyfriend.
Oh wow. Okay, good for Shannon.
This is him. We don't know anything about him, but speaking of like kind of wild reality TV personalities who act out and do weird shit. Shannon, who I actually am starting to like more and more, and I'm really happy for her that Alexis Molino is no longer on the show. But this is her new man flame.
She has a type. I think she has a type. Is it in the
face?
Yeah, like I see this relationship. I'm happy for Shannon. She deserves it. She deserves to be supported. And I think all of her daughters now are out of the house, I want to say. maybe one of the twins is still in the house, but I'm happy for her, and hopefully he takes good care of her and doesn't allow her to do anything reckless when she's not in the headspace to do it.
Well, and not like this is
Hopefully
a bad
he's
thing.
not litigious.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully he's not litigious. Ashley, did you see the photo of this guy?
No, not yet. Hold on, I'm coming around.
Oh no, you're fine.
My life is tangled, much like my computer cord right now.
Fair.
The
only
computer
problem
cord
with
is very
this is-
symbolic of my existence right now. Oh, yeah. I mean, he looks like every other guy in Orange County. I mean, that's what an Orange County man looks like. It's just, I mean, and this isn't to be rude. It's just they're very milquetoast. They're just very ordinary looking men.
Yeah, nothing to write home about.
They're just,
she can't wear heels with him. That's a
Oh, yes. Okay, so he's short because
and she's bending her knees.
yeah, Shannon is what? Like, I would put her at like 5'5", 5'4". What do you guys think?
I'm gonna say
Shannon's
5'5".
smaller than me. I'm 5'6".
Oh, yeah,
and
so
you're
Shannon-
little.
Yeah, no, she's petite. All these women are so small.
They're so small. That was
The only one I couldn't believe that Wendy Osefo, I always say that wrong. Osefo, she is a tall goddess.
She gives tall, as does Mia. LOL.
Oh, Shannon
God.
Bedore's 5'10".
No way.
No.
That's what it
No.
says.
Isn't she on par with Tamara? And Tamara's small. Am I wrong?
I don't think she's that tall. I'm 5'6", and I don't remember her being taller than me.
So I saw her at BravoCon, but obviously Shannon always wears like super tall heels, so that's not a good gauge. I don't know that 5'10" is accurate. Shannon, if you're watching, type in the comments.
I just pulled up here. So you're saying that Tamara's little? I've
Is
met
it
Tamara
Tamara's
like multiple
teeny?
times. I've met her multiple times, and I've never actually. I guess just because I haven't thought about it.
So I feel like Tamara's the same size as Teddy, and Teddy's like the same size as Kyle Richards, and Kyle is small.
Kyle is little.
Yeah.
But also,
Tamara's
the real-
tiny.
to your point too. I mean, some of them. You know who was somebody who, when I met her, I was like, "Oh, can you turn that on real quick? Thank you." Okay. When I met Cynthia Bailey, one, she's stunning, but two, she is a tall woman. She is a big woman, a big presence.
Model.
Talls
Yeah.
and smalls, as we
Like-
would call it in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, the talls and smalls. Like I remember meeting
I
her
forgot.
and Nene, and I was like,
Yeah, Nene's big, like tall.
yeah. Well, and see, it sounds like, guys, nobody's calling them big, like large, like big, like tall. But like I remember seeing Nene and being like, and I'm not short.
No,
Right.
you're a nice sized man. You're tall.
Thanks, Ashley. It's all
Yeah,
flirting
it's
with me, you
true.
little weirdo.
They're saying Shannon's taller than all of them. I didn't get that vibe from her, so we need to meet her now and see. if
Okay,
our-
Shannon. Yes, we'll meet you at the Quiet Woman.
Yeah,
You pick the day and time.
Last time I went with Kelly Dodd, Megan King Edmonds, and Rick Leventhal, and it was a great time. So I'd love to add Shannon to the mix.
So
That's hilarious.
I have never been to the Orange County. I don't think I went to LA recently with Ashley, and we did all the Vanderpump restaurants. But I need to go to OC and see if did they film the OC and OC.
I don't know.
That's
But
actually a
we
great
need to
question.
real quick pause. Adam has not finished the OC. He's not finished season 3. So we just have to be very careful with spoilers on the OC.
Okay. I never finished the final season of it because I was spoiled, so I won't say obviously, but I was around Misha Barton for a little bit of time.
Uh-huh.
Very pleasant. I liked her a lot. I know Misha Barton gets a bad rep, but she's very
No,
nice.
you know what? Yeah, I have to say too, because it's so easy to judge somebody when you don't know their story. And I love that we're popping in and out of like pop culture, like real pop culture and like Bravo pop culture.
Mhm.
But like Misha Barton, Amanda Bynes, Lindsay Lohan before she got her shit back together. It's like crazy to watch. Like you guys were like these it girls.
Yeah.
And then you just got like everything was there. It was all there, like lined up to have this amazing, perfect career.
Yeah.
And like, I even asked Jason the other day, I said, what happened to Misha Barton? And I Googled a photo of her and I was like,
no,
okay.
she is unrecognizable. I will say that. Like if she walked in my apartment and punched me in the face and I didn't know it was Misha Barton, and be like, that's a woman just punched me in the face. No, she She is not Marissa Cooper anymore. That's so
Wow.
true. But also she's older, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. It's if you ever listen to celebrities who do interviews and they're like Macaulay Culkin, they're like, oh my God, Kevin, like you look older. And he's like, yeah, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not like a small child.
It's really weird. Like when you grew up alongside somebody and they are like like they're adults. Like it is a weird kind of like mind F in a way. So I kind of receive that. Also, Macaulay Culkin is so hot. Like I have this weird affinity for Macaulay Culkin, and I'm like, Brenda Song, you lucky gal.
I think he's hot. I always have.
It's like Dan Bucco from
The Valley?
The Valley. I remember seeing him on Wizards of Waverly Place or
Oh my
iCarly and
gosh.
thinking like, oh my God,
Yes.
he's hot. And then seeing him as like this like little grown up like baby making machine. I'm like, oh, he's so hot. Okay. But then who was it that you just said before? Oh, Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay
You know,
Culkin.
another thing that's weird to me too, and I don't know what this is, and I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but
What?
people like I've seen it more with like people who have gotten famous at really, really young ages. If you've ever watched Paris Hilton, like Paris in Love, you see where the producers are like, Paris, we need the real Paris, where she's like, hi,
Yes.
everyone, how are you? And they're like, no. And she's like, okay, what's up? And you're like, oh my God. And then Macaulay Culkin the other day did a thing. He did like an interview and he's like, I'm just really happy that all like my kids are going to grow up and I love Brenda and I have the most beautiful life that I could think of. And you know, it's just, and it's like, what the just happened in this interview? Like he just went from like, it's like they like, even like, this is not a diss. It like goes back to like Michael Jackson and a few other like people who get famous really, really young. It's like they keep that like that sort of young voice with
I
them.
get what you're saying. I also kind of think it's different nowadays because like authenticity is kind of what makes people flock to people now at this point. And I think back in the day, it was like a persona. Like Paris Hilton had a persona. Kim Kardashian back then like had a persona. And now it's like what sells, like TikTok influencers are so big right now because it's like we want authentic, we want how you truly are. Ariana Grande is like that too. Like she very much so is a parrot of her surroundings. So I'm curious if that's kind of like a little bit like that because like Ariana has had like 5 different accents, like different cultural eras.
So then what's Dorit's excuse? Was she famous at a young age that we didn't know about?
Oh my gosh.
Where did that blender of accents come from?
Wow.
When you travel the world, you could speak in any accent you like.
Yeah. Wait.
A cacophony of accents. I mean, I was not ready for what Dorit served us. That's for sure.
I mean, oif. All right. So as we continue to move on, you guys, I don't know if you saw this. If you didn't see it, I'm just going to show you guys really quick. I'm friends with these ladies, Sarah and Holly. I think that they're amazing. Love them. Every time I meet them, they're so, so sweet. And they run a podcast called the Vanderpump Rules Party Podcast. Well, they ended up pulling Laura Lee from season 1 or 2 of Vanderpump Rules. I forgot. One? I'm pretty sure it was 1.
Yeah, I think so.
And then she left and she did We're the Millers and she was a stripper in her scene. And everybody was always like, what happened to Laura Lee? What happened to Frank who had the sex tape he was trying to shop around of Stassi? Like, we didn't know. Well, they found Laura Lee. Did you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay.
It's on Taste of Reality. I've dug into this one.
Yeah.
There's multiple levels of this interview.
No, there is. I'm happy. We needed to hear from Laura Lee, so I'm very happy about this.
Justice for Laura Lee, and yet again, here I go, but shame on Jax. I mean,
I don't know if I'm gonna say justice for Laura Lee on this one because I kind of thought, like, I've heard about this story a couple times, and it's just the one. Well, I'm just gonna show you guys so you can go see her first. All of you guys who are watching, this is
Jax
what Laura
had stole
Lee looks like now.
Stassi's Xanax.
She's doing her
like her prescription.
That's her. Okay.
And I was at his house.
She was talking about, she's like, Lisa and everybody was really rude to me because they treated me different. And I would talk to her and I'm like listening and I'm like, that's really fucked up. And she's like, but I did lie to her about having sex with Jax in the bathroom at Sir. And I'm like, okay, bitch. And I don't mean like, okay, bitch, like you're a bitch. I mean like, okay, like just the phrase of it. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Lisa Vanderpump's still a businesswoman. You had sex in her bathroom at her restaurant while people were eating there. It's gross.
And
Right.
she was on the clock, if I'm not mistaken, which is another level of all of this. I mean, we're taking not suitable for work, the NSFW of it all, to a literal level at this moment in time.
I remember being at Sir, and I remember when James Kennedy was a young baby James, and it was before he was on the show, and he came out of the bathroom, and there's 2 private bathrooms in Sir. One is behind the VIP room, in between the VIP room and the kitchen, and the other one is right when you walk into the lounge to the right.
Mhm.
And he came out of the bathroom with Brandy Glanville and made out with Brandy Glanville. And I remember and he was like, dude, I just fucking made out with Brandy.
Who is this?
And-
Did you just say it was
James.
Kennedy.
I
Yeah.
thought that's what you said.
And he's like, I just made out with Brandy. And I remember thinking, I said, where? He's like, in the bathroom. And I'm like,
Ew.
gross.
Okay, so that
That's
bathroom
not
has seen some things.
Yeah, like just gross. Like
Ew.
if somebody tried to kiss me in a bathroom and like we were talking last night when my friend Lori and I called Ashley, and we were talking because we went to the Abbey, and there were these passionate guys, colorful men. What was the word you used, Imani, earlier?
Oh, I said spirited.
Spirited men.
Were they doing something?
Well, they gave their spirit in the bathroom stall,
Oh,
and
okay.
they were showing Lori videos about like the guy sitting on a toilet while this other guy is doing things. And I'm just thinking, gross.
I think I'm a prude. I don't know, because like there's nothing hot about that to me, but I feel like some people are like, oh my God, I would absolutely do that.
I'm a prude. I'm totally a prude. I'm just such a germaphobe too. I will
Yeah.
hold somebody's hand, like poor Jason, because Jason is not this way. Jason will like hold your hand and like loves to hug you and like loves to be affectionate. And I'm like, hi. And he's like, hi, good morning. Give me a hug. And I'm like, get away from me. And he's like, what the fuck happened? And I'm like, oh, nothing. I just don't want to be touched right now. Thank you.
No, that's so true. Especially if you get overstimulated, like don't touch me.
I'm like, but I'm just like that with I felt bad. My mom on Christmas, she's like, okay, honey, give me a hug. I love you. And I was like, thank you. I love you.
That's so funny.
But I'm just weird. I think I forgot. I think it was my mom who said to me, she's like, did we do something wrong as parents with you? Like, why are you so weird? And I'm like, I just don't want people to touch me, woman. Like, get off me.
And
But
that's
like, I can't do that. But then Ashley seems like a very touchy person.
Well, I have to say, if I know you, that's one thing, but that is one thing that I miss about the COVID time. Like 6 inches from 6 feet from strangers was a wonderful thing to me.
Yeah.
I love social distancing.
Yes, 100%. Ashley, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Janine said, Adam, no hugs. Did you fix his car? No, I'm getting it fixed when we move on Sunday. Thanks. And he's watching this, so thank you even more, because I thought that topic died, and it obviously didn't. And now he's gonna say something about it. Jason told me yesterday, he's like, you ruin everything, even my car. And I'm like,
oh,
I gotta fix the car, because it's like, he doesn't mean that I ruin everything. He's using the word everything when I only ruin the car, but he's weaponizing the car against me.
100%.
A pole did hit my car. That happened. So,
can I clarify my statement? When I said justice for Laura Lee, I mean, if a girl wants to get banged in a bathroom, she has every right to get banged in a bathroom.
Maybe
she
not
has
fuck
every
then.
right to keep the door locked. It gets fuzzy. You're in a public place. Of course the door can open, but she locked the door and Jax unlocked it. And that is a huge invasion of her privacy that sent her into a relapse, which I'm not blaming this on Jax. This is a contributing factor. She was at a point in her life where she was having sex with Jax in a bathroom stall while she was at work. So she is not in a great state of mind. I think that's a fair thing to say. So she's not going into this with all of her best in front of her. I'm just saying this ad contributed to the spiral, and that invasion of privacy from Jax is gross. And that's what I was saying justice to Laura Lee for.
Can I
And
ask
justice for that bathroom.
That poor bathroom.
Also,
Poor bathroom.
am I wrong for this? Never once have I ever found Jax Taylor attractive. Even like watching I watched literally from the day Vanderpump Rules aired on television. I watched that transition from Brandy walking into Sir. Sheena, I was there from day one. I never once was attracted to Jax. Am I wrong for that?
No, actually, to be fair, I never was either.
I never
not
got
all
it.
that.
I never got it.
I think he's attractive. Like, he's not a bad looking guy, but I would not no.
And not to be like a dick, but like another person too that usually is a letdown for people. And I used to notice it at Sir all the time. Like if you see Sheena, you're like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. You see Stassi, she's dropped. Stassi is polarizing. She's like polarizing.
How do you
then even Katie's really gorgeous. All of the girls are actually really, really gorgeous. But then you see the guys, and James has a structure or like a thing about him that makes him look like you kind of double take at him. And James is a good looking guy. People were always so disappointed with Tom Sandoval when they would see him in person and get up close to his face. But I always knew why, and I didn't say it. And it was because back when people would always say something to me, and I worked at Tom Tom, it was because he was smoking a lot of cigarettes. He was drinking a lot, doing all of the other things that whatever else he was partaking in. And that really affects your skin. So people would be like, why is his skin like that? Why does he look that way? And I'm like, yeah, honey, that's called going down the rabbit hole. Like that's
that's what Jennifer Lawrence said about him.
Yeah, that's
really?
Jennifer Lawrence had an interview and she's like, in Tom Sandoval, you have bad skin. And I was like, cool.
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that.
Jennifer Lawrence, the Academy Award winning actress, went on a rant about Tom Sandoval and said he had bad skin.
I also never found Tom Sandoval attractive. His voice always bugged me. Kristen, like I never.
No, he does it like this. He has like a little bit of like a lift where he goes, okay, Kristen. And like gets like really angry. And he's
I've seen Tom Sandoval several times over the years, and he looks better as of late. Like he is really taking care of his skin. He's gotten like a lot of like good like muscle. Like he looks like he works out a lot. Like he looks very healthy. I think he looks better now than he ever has.
I agree with that
in person.
And then another thing, not like this is like a roast, you guys.
No, we're not roasting.
And I also don't want to sit there and like you're on TV. It's like when people tell me, I get it like at least I get really nice comments being on YouTube, and I get some comments where people are like, Adam, my God, it's so crazy. You look like you gained 40 pounds, or are you on Ozempic when I'm skinny? Or are you this? Or you, and like people are awful. And I'm not trying to be awful. But another thing that people would always say, because Tom Schwartz is like the sweetest human being ever, like just the nicest guy. But when people would meet him in person, they would be like, oh my God, he's so sweet and I love him and he's like a teddy bear and you want to hug him. And then you just see like, there are things in life for men, whether you're straight or gay, like a GQ magazine that talks about grooming and things that you do, like with hair coming out of your ears and your nose and things. And like sometimes you just gotta, it's okay. You just gotta take care of that, because people always say, like, if somebody ever says to me, like, oh my God, Adam, you look like you've gained 30 pounds in your weight and like 10 pounds looks like it's in your ass. I'm like, that's really nice. I can lose that 30 pounds. You're still going to be ugly. So goff. Thanks.
No, totally.
You know, like I get it. You don't want to talk about people. It's not nice. It's not nice.
It's not nice. That said, I've like, of all the guys on Vanderpump Rules ever, I've always been the most attracted to Tom Schwartz. Like I like a sensitive, so the fact that he didn't ride for Katie ever, that would have been completely odious to me. But just off looks alone, like I love a guy that's like kind of has a little bit of a belly, but like is still kind of in shape. And like I love sensitive and I love brown hair. Ugh, sorry.
Oh, ask Ashley. She's over here like taste the rainbow. She is not biased against anyone. She's like, I don't care what shape you come in or what age. You come over here. God put you on this earth, so you're automatically gorgeous, and I'm not biased against you. So you line up. Come over here. Come to mama. That's
and
Ashley.
I agree. Schwartz could get it.
Schwartz
If I was not a happily married woman, Schwartz could 100%. We took a picture together. Hold on. I'm going to look this up while you guys are chatting. Like,
up.
it fit. I was like, are we cute together?
No,
Me and
you're
Schwartz?
cute.
And
I
I
never
thought we were
met
cute.
I've never met Schwartz, but like I just want him to like hug me and like, oh my God, I simp for Schwartz. I will say that. Katie, I love you. I love you. You deserve better. But like something about Schwartz.
You
You
know
know what? That should be branding for him. Something about Schwartz. You're welcome.
Put it on a t-shirt. Okay.
And don't
I'm
let
sorry.
Chef
Are
Penny
we
get that
cute?
trademark before your ass
No,
gets it.
literally.
For real. Something about Schwartz. Okay, we're cute, right?
That's
like
so cute, Ashley.
And
I love
that's-
that too.
That's
my
always
husband needs
him
to
too. Like
watch out.
he's always stressed down too. Like Lisa, I remember one time when I was at Tom Tom and Lisa was like, Schwartz. And he was like, Hi, Lisa. He gets like really
That's so
awkward and
good.
talks like this, and he like puts his
Yeah.
head down like a puppy. Like he always thinks he's in trouble. He like walks in, he's like awkward, but then like Lisa will be like, Schwartz, and he goes, and it's like, no, you're not in trouble. She's just calling you. And she's like, what are you wearing? And be like, oh, it's a hoodie, like a sweatsuit, she's like a sweatsuit. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, why? You're at work. You're the face.
Sure.
And then you would see Tom Sandoval come in and it was like to the nines.
Yeah.
Like everything was just, you have like those Metro men who were like, Lori was making fun of me yesterday about this. God, let's play a drinking game if you guys rewatch this at night. Take a shot every time I say Lori. But she was laughing about this with me because I asked her, have you guys ever seen those champagne glasses with just the stem but not the bottom base?
Yes.
They have them at like Neiman Marcus and stuff.
Yeah.
I had a subscriber from the Addams family send me some as a gift for my wedding, and it was really, really sweet.
Aww.
And I asked Lori yesterday because Jason didn't want to pack all of it because it's all glass and it's like kind of hard to move. I said, Lori, do you want these? And she's like, oh no, I hate those glasses. I don't understand the purpose because you can never put them down. And I was like, yeah, I get that. I think that's the purpose. And I said, she said, what color are they? And I said, rainbow. And I don't know, like, I'm not like a big rainbow person. I'm like always in all black. And she's like, you are the most not gay man I have ever met. But I'm weird. I'm just like a weirdo in that way. I don't know. I forgot why I even got on this. But that's what I was going to say. It's like Tom Sandoval is like a very Metro straight man.
Is he Metro?
Oh, he's so Metro. Like,
oh, really?
Listen, painted fingernails, you shave your forehead, you get the Botox, you dress up for the night.
He spends a lot of time on himself. His beauty routine is much longer than mine.
Yeah. And then Tom Schwartz is like sort of a trash panda who rolls out of bed. And he's like...
Okay, I thought you guys were talking about Tom Schwartz being Metro. I was like, I didn't get that vibe.
Oh, no.
No, yeah.
No, they're very odd couple in that regard.
Kay's... Adam, are you going to cover Traitors?
Please.
Not.
Oh.
Because I've never seen it. But I bet you guys you have a bomb-ass live discussion on tasteofreality.com.
Ashley,
we will, but
should.
we need to talk about this because Traitors is my drug of choice, you guys. I love Traitors.
I've never seen it.
Like, I love air in my lungs. My goal, people have these like fantasy vacations of going to Europe or going to South America. Like, my dream vacation, if I could do anything, would be to go to Scotland, spend a week in the Traitors Castle playing a murder mystery game. That would be like, I love Agatha Christie books. I love a whodunit. This would be absolute heaven to me. I want everything. I want Traitors in my veins right now. Pump it in me.
I've always wanted to do like a murder mystery party. Always wanted to do it. Invite me. Housewives used to always do one. Invite me.
Yes.
Okay, so this is fair. Jennifer Roy, I always say this about everything. This is fair. Watch one episode, Adam, just one. I will at least give it a chance because there's a lot of money and time that goes into making these shows, and I should support it. So
you don't need to watch all of them. You can start on season 3, episode 1, and it's a totally new cast, totally new game. You do not need to catch up.
No, but if you wanted to,
and my girl Chriselle's on it.
Chriselle, yes.
Love
but if you
her.
wanted, last season was very good though. So just for the sake of good television, you might want to watch it. But it's so good. And did you guys watch the first 7 minutes? I didn't watch it yet.
I did, yes.
What were your thoughts?
I can't wait.
Is it not out yet?
I'm not a Survivor girly, but there's
think it's out
already a
yet.
Survivor storyline that I'm already very invested in.
Ooh.
The women were like repelling away from Sandoval, like Gabby, who I love from The Bachelorette. It was just like, ew, I'm not going over there.
Oh, I did see a clip of that. Wait, guys, when does this come out?
I think later this month, and I don't remember who said it, but maybe Imani and I should maybe cover it. If you're not going to cover it, like, I'm reading the chat.
Either I will give it. Here's the thing, you guys. Regardless, I think you guys should cover it because you love it. But maybe I will try episode 1, and if we get to steal Imani and Ashley on Hot Messy Topics on Fridays or Monday, whenever this show comes out, after that, maybe we can incorporate it into Hot Messy
down.
Topics. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do a full live on it. You know what's funny is I was asked yesterday by 2 people who are on the shows here, Adam, why don't you cover Southern Charm? Why don't you cover Southern Hospitality? I'm like, I don't think I would be safe in Charleston, even though I'm moving. Like, I have lots of opinions. Like, Southern Hospitality came on last night, and I'm like, I think TJ is like just the most annoying. I just don't like him. But I have reason not to like him. I never shared that. But like, even on TV, I'm just like, I don't like him. So I'm going in very biased, but also I'm going in biased because Leva is like one of the best friends that I have here. So I'm around, you know what I mean? So I can't do that. But also, I love Leva and I will always support her show. So how do I say, like, I don't like your ass, but I support your show, but I don't like him.
But I think you're the best person in a way to cover that, because like it is kind of like your stomping ground and you have like different perspective, and I think people would be really interested to hear it.
Maybe.
If you felt comfortable. I totally also get like shitting where you sleep. So I do get that, but
yeah. No.
Can I tell you guys something real fast?
Yeah.
I should be ashamed of this, but I'm not. Southern Hospitality is 18 episodes. Well, 19 now. Season 1 is 8 episodes. Season 2 is 10. And I watched all 18 episodes in a 72-hour period in preparation for the Southern Hospitality premiere last night. And I would not change a minute. That decision I will stand by till the day I die. If you are not watching Southern Hospitality from season 1, and I hate it with like I've seen a lot of people say it's giving old school VPR vibes, and like I'm not going to deny that, but it's so different and it's amazing. And the fact I hate that I didn't start the show new. I'm telling you, this show is going to be huge. It is going to blow the F up, and everybody start watching so you don't miss out. It is so good. It is such a fresh vibe. And I have a prediction. I'm going to say it here first. I see Joe Bradley and Maddie Reese being our new Paige and Craig.
I'm adding this to my list because Ashley texted me last night. She's like, you need to get on Southern Charm immediately. And I'm like,
Hospitality.
Oh, I'm sorry. Southern Hospitality. And I'm like, adding it to my list.
I agree with adding it to your list. I have some good hot takes for you, Ashley, when we're not on here.
Ooh.
Yeah. But okay, guys, we've been on here for an hour and 10 minutes. This was easy, effortless, and I passed over 2 topics, but there's one woman in the radius of 200 miles that I trust to cut my hair, even though I stick a hat over it every single day. And she has me booked for 1:45 in 30 minutes. I'm going to get my hair cut. By the way, she's best friends, oddly, with Jason's ex-girlfriend, who he lost.
Oh, wow.
Little.
Oh,
that's some lore.
Are you a Gold Star gay, Adam? Did I ask you this already?
Does that mean I've never had sex with a woman?
Yes.
Yes.
So you're Gold Star, and I've never even met Jason, and I'm pondering his sex life, which is disgusting, and I apologize, but you mentioned his girlfriend. So
no, Jason had a girlfriend.
Goes, I apologize.
Jason actually had a girlfriend who, I think he's talked about this on here. He was on a date with a guy, and she was on a date with a girl, and she didn't like the girl, and he didn't like the guy. And then him and her started dating.
Interesting.
I love
Interesting.
this story.
I
Very-
love this.
Very fluid, I guess. And
Very fluid.
then they were together, and then Jason's family loved her. Her name, well, I'm not gonna say her name, but
Yeah.
she loved her. She's gorgeous. She's literally like, she looks like a freaking Barbie doll. The woman is stunning. And so did my ex. They look like twins, actually, which is really odd. And then they broke up, and then she ended up, I think, being in like a 8-year or something like that relationship with Drake Bell from Drake and Josh before
Oh
he went
my
off the
God.
wagon. And then she was
Sorry.
engaged to him.
That's
And then
crazy.
he attacked Jason on Twitter because Jason was friends with her because he's like, well, I'm gay and obviously this isn't going to work. And she's like, well, I do like men, but you are gay, so this isn't going to work. And then she got with Drake, and then she and him they kept being friends. And then Drake went on Twitter and was like, you, Jason, and
Oh my
like went
God,
off.
this is lore. This
on
is
her-
lore.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Like, you never really know what's going on. Like like it's just people, we could do story time for days.
4
my God.
days.
4 days.
Obsessed. Well, I'm happy for you getting your hair cut.
Hey,
Yes.
thanks. And I'm gonna bring up Taste of Reality. Oh my God, not that photo of Laura Lee. Who put that thumbnail?
So-
That's me. And I'm sorry, you Google Laura Lee and see what free photos you can get. I can't afford to get sued.
We cannot be sued, Adam.
We cannot afford a lawsuit.
What do you mean?
and-
Why would you get sued?
Because if a photographer took it, that's not like Bravo. If it's not like a photo approved by Bravo, and like it's a Getty photographer, they could sue you. And we're not getting sued. Sorry, Laura Lee or anybody else. Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
need any lawsuits. We don't need any letters coming to Taste of Reality.
Correct.
Okay.
So we take photos from either their Instagram page because that's kosher or a Bravo approved photo. So anyway.
And Jax, I wanted
It
to
looks
look as
scary.
creepy as possible, and that's not hard.
Correct.
Like, look at how creepy he looks. Why is he the devil personified?
He looks like the Joker if we can. Not
Um,
as body shaming today. You know what? We love everybody. Everyone's stunning. But you know what? Some people deserve.
You guys, we are shaming the hell out of some people today.
No, we are. But here's the thing. Jax looks how he acts. And that's fair to say.
If he was a beautiful soul, we would not have if he was a beautiful soul on the inside, pictures of him looking like the devil / Joker would not exist. But this is his character.
Correct. So anyhow, this is our website.
This is tasteofreality.com. We cover all things Bravo and beyond. I don't know if you saw another disgusting rant, but we had a story about Angelina Pavarnik from Jersey Shore.
Oh no.
Physically, well, she said it wasn't her, but she was with people who did, but we'll see. But who like assaulted a little person who was performing in a Christmas show.
Oh my God.
Like, and used the M word, the slur against this actress. Like, disgusting. And I want to say, I can't see because it's so small. More people need to watch Southern Hospitality. I mean, you guys, please get on it. You will thank me. You will be so thankful. But yeah, this is where you can pop off in the live discussions. They exist. For your entertainment, we have today's Friday. We have Love After Lockup. So pen pals, prepare for the new year. And all the Bravo shows will have discussion posts for the traders, anything else that pops up. Like, basically just ask and we'll do it.
100%. Leave us a comment and we will put out whatever you guys are wanting to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're happy to. We're like Dorinda Medley at Bluestone Manor. We love to host. If you want to have a little party in our website, we will host it.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
We'll make it nice.
We'll make it nice. We'll make it nice. Okay, and then also if they don't know.
If you don't know, you can follow us on Instagram. We are taste_of_reality, and we have a lot of fun over there. We also encourage you to hang out in the comments there. It's really fun. A little bit more heinous, I'll say, than our live discussions on our website. But yeah, this is our page. Please follow us if you guys would like. We talk about all the things, pop culture, Bravo, reality TV, all of it exists in this one space. So obviously we just posted about Laura Lee. We posted a reel about the Wakilis from New Jersey. And I was like, do you guys want to see the Wakilis back? There's a lot of lore there as well.
Wait, what did people say?
mixed house on that.
Okay.
Mixed house on that.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, I posted the photo last night of Craig with the Gretzky's last night in for New Year's Eve, and everybody was roasting me in the comments saying, "She's married," and I'm like, "Understood. Read the caption." So,
You're like that. Okay. Okay. Great. Thanks.
yeah. So.
No, that's it. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how this works. Like everybody just immediately jumps the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No.
not great.
I was going to come on and talk about somebody in a situation that I was in today, and it was because there was something mentioned in a podcast. And take another shot, guys. Lori said to me, she was like, "Did you listen to the whole podcast?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." And she was like, "Okay, well, maybe you should listen to the whole podcast first, so you know." And I'm like, "That is a very probably smart recommendation. Thank you."
Thanks for that tip. That's a good one.
Yeah, maybe I should actually listen to the freaking podcast. Thanks. But no.
Good advice.
Yeah, good advice. Thank you.
I can't believe how many people don't read articles before, like literally dying on a hill in the comment section. Like people will die on a hill and it's clear they didn't even read the article. I'm like, that's like answered in the first like 20 words. So
exactly. No, people are funny.
Come on.
That. But yeah, give us a follow, you guys. We are slowly inching our way closer to 100. That's obviously not going to happen this year. Well, you know what? I won't say that. You never know. But
wait, you're saying it's not going to happen in 2025?
No, it's going to.
That's, I mean,
It's definitely going to happen.
I don't know. We'll see. We're growing and we love it. So everyone who has followed us from Adam's family, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. And we're so excited for this year. I have such a good feeling for this year. Like, I feel like a lot's happening.
I think it's all happening.
It's all happening.
It's all happening. All right, guys. Well, if you're not following Taste of Reality, go follow them, and then definitely go check them out on TikTok. Just be careful. Don't talk about Paige, because then she'll be in court. Adam is being positive. Jason told me I have to, or he'll punch me in the face.
Oh my God.
So thank you guys. And my camera is on. I don't know why it's things are being moved around. Things are being unplugged. I apologize, but it did last this whole time. So I'm sorry, guys. Paige DeSorbo, we love y'all. Thank you. No, it's not her. Just kidding.
It is Paige. Thanks, Paige.
Jason, we miss you. Jason misses you guys too. All right, guys, go to tasteofreality.com. Check them out. Ashley and Imani are always doing the Lord's work over here with all of the other people who are invested in Bravo, just like all of us. That's why 800 of you were in this live chat. So check them out. Love you guys. Smash that like button. And don't forget, oh my God, I always forget this. Don't forget to go, if you want to partake in our Blow Not Booze challenge, you can go to theblowcompany.com. Click the sign up for 15%. You get 15% off your order. You can go to our products. Yes, I'm 18 or older. I wish I wasn't, but I am. And then you can click on any of the products. They all have enough to last you through the month, but we are replacing booze with Blow, and everybody is going to give us a before and after. And then the Addams family is going to vote on the biggest results, what it looks like after you replaced your booze with the Blow. And yeah, it's going to change your skin. It's going to change everything about the way that you look. Quitting alcohol anyways does that, you guys. But like if you incorporate CBD especially, you'll see the effects. I'm telling you. But yeah, it's your chance to win $500. And then on top of that, no, I think that's it. I got to go get my haircut. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, everyone.